核污水喝多的日本狂人太猖狂，发布会现场当众扇中国拳手耳光，中国拳手被这只疯狗彻底激怒，立马一记高鞭腿回击，然后上前想要当场打死这只疯狗，却被日本工作人员多次阻拦下来。看到有工作人员的庇护之后，他更加猖狂。第二天，日本狂人再次对另一名中国拳手大打出手，中国拳手并不惯着他，双方立马扭打在一起。现场的工作人员再次上前阻拦中国拳手，被拉开之后，他还不停地嘲讽辱骂中国拳手，双方再次剑拔弩张。这时，另一名日本狂人从旁边偷袭，一脚把中国拳手飞踹出去。中国拳手还没反应过来，嚣张的日本狂人再次上前重拳爆头。这一幕彻底激怒了中国拳坛。迫于舆论和中国拳坛的压力，日本拳坛派出了一位日本籍拳手，亲自向中国拳手磕头认错。本以为此事会到此为止，却不曾想卑鄙的小本子如此的龌龊和歹毒，在比赛中恶意把中国拳手扔出擂台外，然后就像发了疯的野狗一样上前疯狂暴打，不管裁判如何阻拦都于事无补。就算中国拳手昏死擂台，他也没有停手，看他的样子完全是要把中国拳手打死在擂台上。眼看裁判使出全力也无法拉开发了疯的野狗，台下的爱国青年实在看不下去，冲上擂台一脚踹开日本拳手，现场立马陷入混乱。日本拳手的种种行为彻底激怒了所有中国拳手。中国拳手马克亲自前往日本，是要在日本的家门口暴打小本子，为中国拳手出一口恶气。好了，废话不多说，为了让更多的人看到马克打的勇猛，请大家长按3秒点赞。比赛正式开始，红色拳套是中国拳手马克，蓝色拳套是日本拳手山本一郎。小本子的狂妄已经无药可救，面对中国拳手依然各种动作挑衅，马克并没有把他的嚣张放在心上，因为他知道只有把小本子打服了，他才会像狗一样趴在你的身前摇尾乞怜。
Heavy hands coming out of that southpaw stance, which we saw just like there. Beautiful uppercut two combination.
Yeah, Shincho has a lot better range here, so he might be able to use that. He's showboating right now in the middle of the ring. He's asking Mark to come at him, so he's going to do some big...
身高臂长占据一定优势的小本子，攻击非常频繁，丝毫不把马克放在眼里。小本子非常的聪明，一边攻击一边大拱大叫，这样不仅能震慑马克，还能给他造成一定的心理压力。
Mark Alvarado saying, come on, bring it. It's time to throw down. Let's put on a show here in Singapore at Rich Franklin's One Warrior Series.
He's going to put out the running man in a second. But, you know, Mark is not looking so comfortable to be there, but we know he can put a lot of damage out. So, you know, Shincho has to be really, really careful of doing too much showboating. He's caught that leg, though, and he's quite happy to rolling forward to get Mark to the mat.
Stand up. Kick away. Kick out like this.
Corner's asking him to playing. He's really playing. No up kicks allowed here, so it's fair game. But Mark could do some no up kicks to the head, that is. So Mark might want to try and get up.
Wow. Being taunted there, it looked like.
Yes.
Entertainment.
Shinhei Chukchek is a definite, extremely entertaining, flamboyant, flashy, talking all sorts of trash. But I don't know if Mark can understand him. But either way, he's an entertaining fella.
Yes, he's as tricky as his name is to pronounce.
Indeed.
Well, he's on his back almost right now. Mark has got him down. He's got one arm underneath. He doesn't want to go to his back right now, Shincho. So he's just like quite happy there, holding the guard. Let's see what he can do from this position.
Okay.
Now, you know, Shincho's boxed in the Rio Olympics, which is quite something on his own. But I don't know what his grappling's like. He's controlling the position there by holding the veins and tendons in his left leg. So Mark is just stuck there. This is something I like to do, actually. And I think it's something that fighters that are quite long can do quite happily. You know, you get your own body part grip under his knee. Mark can't go anywhere.
I would assume he's just waiting for a stand-up here because he might not be that comfortable. I mean, but with a submission like this, or at least with a position hold like this, he's got to be somewhat inept at, like, you know, or just somewhat...
Yeah, he has to have some idea, right?
Yeah,
What's
he has
going on?
to. And it would, you know, he's if Mark is active, I would assume it's very difficult to get any sort of offense.
But Mark is going to be...
双方进入地面之后，小本子的胳膊紧紧卡着马克的脖子，被给他攻击的机会。不管马克如何挣扎，都无法摆脱。
that position, and he can just relax there because Mark has to do all the work to lift him. All the heavy lifting is done by Mark there. But he's broken free. Let's see. He's going to start raining down some big shots, I'm sure. Mark's going to try and pass guard there. Shincho not letting that happen at all. Mark throwing in heavy left bombs. Now in Chinch's guard.
摆脱控制之后的马克，就像饥饿的老虎，对着身下的猎物就是疯狂的撕咬。
Chin is just trying to avoid the damage. That seems to be where he's just. I mean, but I'm surprised we haven't gotten a stand-up at this point. Mark Alvarado's now he's starting to let go of the ground and pound.
There's some blood.
There is some damage
Someone's
somewhere.
damaged.
Keep working. Keep working, Mark.
Elbow's been throwing in. Mark's corner telling him to continue working.
在马克疯狂的肘击和砸击下，小本子的额头已经被打开了一条口子，狗血直流。但是马克并没有停手，反而越来越兴奋。
He was getting, not I wouldn't say lit up on the feet, but definitely Sheena had the advantage on the feet. But now on the ground and pound, Sheena's got no answer to this ground and pound problem. He has no offense coming back. He's just basically keeping him in closed guard. And when you just wrap your legs around your opponent like that, you're basically just holding them in the same position.
眼看小本子就要被打死，裁判紧急上前终止比赛。
Got to start threatening submissions or at least creating movement, because if you keep your guard closed, you're basically just locking them into getting your butt pounded on, which is what happened here by Mark Alvarado. And then after the takedown happened and he was able to get on top, it was pretty much just one-way traffic for Mark Alvarado as he just started dropping the.
最后马克获得了比赛的胜利。如果不是裁判的阻拦，马克必定不会让小本子走得下擂台。大家觉得这场比赛马克表现得怎么样？欢迎在评论区留言讨论，我们下期见。